of feelings and memories through Tuscaloosa and Baton Rouge. Moments of frustration, disbelief, and jubilation due to the battles that these two have had. From national championship games to season derailments, this rivalry has had it all, and we've got even more for you today. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the LSU Tigers, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. To get this game underway. Fielded in the end zone, it's Gossett. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Coming out on first down with the play fake. He's going to take a shot right away. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick.
You usually want to start a game when you come into a hostile environment with a great first drive. Get some momentum, quiet the crowd. Palmer, the exact opposite. On the road, and you make a big mistake early.
Yeah, I love coming into a hostile environment, trying to be aggressive from jump. But that interception was like giving every single fan here in this stadium a triple shot of espresso. They are going crazy right now after getting that interception.
They stop him at the 42, but they're on a roll with a pickup of 15 and a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. From the gun, the running back has it. Crosses the 40, gets it down to the 35 before he stopped, a gain of 6. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on second and short. Back to pass. Stands in and takes the hit. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. Alabama comes to the line on third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on third down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on third down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Touchdown, Bama! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
Yeah, this offense, man, they look good. They looked great last week, obviously putting up huge numbers. Again this week, coming out the gates in the first quarter with the scoring drive. This offense is putting the college football world on notice.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line. LSU quick to the line. The Bayou Bengals have been able to put on an aerial circus in recent years. Oh, he's got some space. The 40, past the 30, past the 10, and he slipped through the crowd out, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Tigers!
This coaching staff was trying to identify playmakers on offense early this year. How about the start of the season this guy has had? Scored in their first game. He scored early in this one. Defenses up to this point don't have any answers for this guy.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. How about the way they attacked the last time they had? He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on 3rd down.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human. You keep getting hits on him. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical. Make him feel your presence. Don't let him get comfortable back there in that pocket.
A couple of yards shy of the first down marker, but they've decided this is 4-down territory. The offense still on the field. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. Great place to start for this offense. Trying to turn the corner on the left. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to throw. It's Garrett. A little floater there that falls incomplete. Well, I'm sure there are a lot of emotions, a homecoming of sorts as he comes back to the place where he played as the head coach of the opposition.
You know it holds a special place in his heart. He's right now taking the field thinking about all the great memories he shared with his teammates, with his family, with the fans during his time.
There he goes. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. That Alabama offense. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
When you hear about it all the time in football, go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Defense just a little too eager, and that's 5 yards for the O. So after the flag, a fresh set of downs for the offense. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And he's got it at the 25. A massive pickup on that one, and they're in business at the 21. What a nightmare for this defense. His second big play, gashing this secondary and fitting right into that gold standard of Alabama big play receivers.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to find some answers, Reese. I mean, this guy, you can tell he can blow the lid off a defense with that speed, and you just better know where he's at pre-snap. Wherever they put him, let's make sure we get some help over the top. If not, one-on-one is not going to equal success for this defense.
Well, if this offense is going to win this game, and down the road, if they're going to reach the college football playoff and hope to win a national championship, they have got to keep this quarterback clean. Couldn't do it on that last play.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. It's complete. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Gonna look downfield again. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Things just not going as easy for this guy as they did his last game out. Last time he completed over 70% of his throws. This week, though, defense taking some throws away. They've made some plays. He just hasn't been quite spot on with his accuracy. He's going to have to play better.
And you knew he was going to take a step back because you can't throw the ball for over 80% in the season. Like, that's ridiculous. Last week he was on fire, but this week, man, he's freezing cold. And he's got to find something to get this offense going. But right now, just off target. Somebody needs to step up, make a play, and maybe get a spark for this offense.
They've worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
Might be calling a hot route. Snapped it in the shotgun. Intercepted. Guess even a Heisman Trophy contender can have a miscue. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. A lot of real estate in front of them as the drive starts at their own 6. Quarterback will keep it. Turning it on. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
This quarterback, part of their running game. Ball is loose. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it.
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
It's a fumble. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Open field on the right. Touchdown, Alabama. The defense putting points on the board. Looking for the time with the extra point.
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
On the move from inside his 5. And he loses the football. It's recovered by the kicking team, and they get the ball right back.
Very rarely do you have a play on defense when you've got 30 yards head of steam built up to come make a collision. On kickoff and kickoff return you do, and a lot of times you see big sticks and fumbles happen as a result.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. He wants to change this route. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Oh, man, he almost picked that one off in the end zone. Instead, it'll be 3rd down.
Man, this defense is dialed and already forced one interception. Had a chance right there to get another one. Everything this offense does so far, they are reading it, breaking on it, and making some plays.
On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. This is not a straight-on kick, a 42-yarder from the right hash. And it's no good. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Here's the handoff. Breaks into the open. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. He's got an open man. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. And yet another Bayou Bengal baller on the outside who can just go get it.
And if I'm a quarterback, man, I love throwing to these guys. It doesn't have to be perfect. I don't have to fit it in the box. I know my receiver out wide will make plays. LSU has had guy after guy after guy that you can name that can do that, and they might just have another one.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Fires on the move. Got his man downfield. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. LSU with the 1st and 10 here. They're looking to pass from the red zone. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And when you go 5 wide, man, and you spread the formation, it puts a lot of emphasis on those trenches. And those trenches have got to be good. You've got to pick up those guys up front. They didn't do it, and they're getting their quarterback hit as he throws the football.
Looking to throw, it's Garrett. Rush coming in high, and they got him at the 29.
And he was held in check in game 1, but you're not going to hold him in check for long. And right out the gates, getting a sack in the second ball game, that will not be his last sack of the season. This dude is a ball player.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Going for it all. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
3rd and long is difficult. You have to push the ball down the field. Nothing worse than watching people dink and dunk on 3rd and long and get tackled and run the punt unit on. I like the aggressiveness. Try to push the ball down the field. It's not the worst thing in the world. You throw an INT, it's kind of like a punt.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. That's caught. It's Smith. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
With a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Backed up in their own end, just find some breathing room. Grab near the sticks, it's Coffee. Flying out to the left. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown time. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
How about the aggressive play call backed up near your own end zone? Your quarterback drops back in the end zone. He when it's a safety, but it pays off. The defense is a little too aggressive, takes the big shot down the field, and he walks in for a 98-yard touchdown pass.
He'll bring it out. It's Owen. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Oh, he's got some space. Solid gain to get him out close to the 20. Pick up a 5 to the 19. LSU right back to the line.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Trying to seal the edge on the right. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
We've seen this guy have tons of success. He had over 100 yards right before that run, but defense gets the better of him there. Nice job of adjusting up front. Good job being physical by that D-line, too.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Creates a little room. He'll be brought down at about the 18-yard line. Not enough to move the sticks. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. Fourth down, and this crowd trying to help this defense rise to the occasion. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. This defense making a big play, putting it in the end zone.
Yeah, how about that, man? 4th down, trying to go make a play, get this offense going, get it sparked, get some points on the board, and that couldn't have gone any worse. They throw the pick. Not only that, they return it all the way back for 6. That offense just shot themselves right in the foot.
Finding open areas. He's got an alley. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously you got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. The screen, and watch out. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Oh, he wants it all. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Grab behind the line. It's Kelly. On the move at the 30. Wide open spaces. End-to-end
on third down how you let that guy be wide open. You can let the tight end be wide open. Maybe a running back leaks out. You're not letting one of the best wide receivers in all of college football be that scot-free. That was just way too easy for the offense.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anyway.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. Back to pass. Looking for the end zone. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time.
He is sacked way behind the line of scrimmage. Just a catastrophic play there. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. They boot it away. He gets up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 of their own 34. The give to the back. There he goes. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
When I go into every game, I want to get my running back going. I want to get the ground game going, and he has. This afternoon, over 100 yards now, showed you a little bit of everything in the run game, and that's why this offense has been humming.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Running back searching for a hole. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. And boy, that has been rare in this one. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. A veritable Crimson Tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. Back to pass, it's Garrett. Lets it fly deep downfield. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. To the air on first down. Deep shot for the end zone. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They didn't, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him, so I expect more of the same here in the second half.
And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
Man, we're seeing the tight end used more and more in the passing game. You see him moving inside. You see him moving outside. You see him moving in the box to block people. So here they put him in the slot and just have a nice little pitch and catch session.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to...
He lobs one high down the left side. He's got it inside the 15. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
On first and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. They bring him down, but that great defensive play might be overturned. Let's see what the call is. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Now it's second and goal. Wants to go up top. Trying to bull his way in. And they will score. Touchdown, Bama! They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer...
And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
He's looking to throw, using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Touchdown, Alabama! Quick strike through the air for the score.
That is exactly what most offenses will do. Big momentum play. My defense creates a turnover. I'm being aggressive. I'm going for the big score, the big play down the field. They get rewarded. They get the big passing touchdown.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game. Turning it on! They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. LSU quick to the line.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down. And listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Trying play action. Lets it fly. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
That's a really good break on the football. He sees the ball come out, and he hits it right as he's catching it. Nice job of dislodging the football from the receiver. That's a good play by the defensive back.
Despite coming up short on the previous 2 fourth-down attempts, this offense will try it here again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's complete on the right side. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. LSU moving quickly, going to work again on first down. Wants to keep it in the air. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
It's a really good job by this defense. Complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Dropping back, it's Garrett. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there, and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work. Big yardage, and they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up, got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a big gainer.
They want to run this quarterback. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Looking to throw on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Luck. And he's brought down after a nice gain. LSU right back to the line. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Touchdown Tigers! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
And he finds the end zone again. I tell you what, man, this guy's going to be a force. You look at this offense, they find different ways to get him the football, different ways to use him. 3 times now he's entered the end zone, and not even 2 full games yet. This dude's a playmaker.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle.
42, LSU, 28.
And he's not going to take the touchback. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. They go to the ground. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on second and short. Stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You've got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Wide open downfield. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the 1st down? This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Looking to throw on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air on 2nd down. Complete downfield. And he takes it all the way down to the 10-yard line. An explosive play for this offense. Just moments ago, Alabama was feeling the shadow of its own goalpost, and now the Tide generating momentum. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown Tide! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And the passing game paid dividends right now for this offense. They just had a big play through the air to get him down in the situation. So let the quarterback deal. Great job reading coverage. Found his open target. Accurate throw. And 2 plays through the air, and they've got 6 points on the board.
He'll bring it out. It's Owen. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. They'll try to put a drive together starting from their own 12. Looking downfield, it's Garrett. He wants to take the top off. Snags it down the right side. Hits the crease. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Alexander. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. One final play before the end of the quarter. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Under fire. Had to get rid of it quickly. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
This QB has been so comfortable all day long. Obviously having a ton of success. You've got to affect him. You've got to put some hits on him, those body blows, so you can make him wear out and physically feel you. This is the first time really getting to him. This defense needed this bad.
Big catches, big plays, tons of yards through 3 quarters for these 2 guys. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period. From the gun, running back gets to give. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game.
He'll take a deep shot here. They will score! Touchdown, Crimson Tide!
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
He'll set up to throw. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. He's got it. Two-point try is good as they build on this lead. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He's able to work his way across the 25 to the 26 before going out of bounds. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Looking to throw, it's Garrett. Going for the big play. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. 4 wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
And this is a tough spot for the QB, man. Like, he knows he's down big and has to make big plays down the field, but also got to be smart because this defense, you can tell, bringing in extra bodies, playing the pass, maybe take the dink and dunk, let your guys make some plays because they are definitely playing the deep end.
For the 3rd straight play, the pass falls incomplete. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. That's where they'll mark him a very productive play and a 1st down.
Hey, down in the 4th quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him, and he's going to have to continue to deliver like this, making plays down the field, protecting the football, but we know he has the ability.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Under fire. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. 4 wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10.
This defense has just had this QB's number all game long. We're here in the 4th quarter, and still he's not able to set up in the pocket. He gets flushed to the outside, nothing open, and it's an incompletion.
Catch inside the 30 and still running.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. Toss sweep. Try to get it outside to the right.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They give up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success on that play. Really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
He breaks a tackle. He works his way to the 23 before he goes out of bounds.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Working that left side. Touchdown, LSU! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
To the air, it's Garrett. He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they trim more off of that lead.
And that's tough to defend, right? You're going 5 wide, spreading us out across the field. These windows become a little bit bigger when you do that, and they were able to convert, and as a result, they walk away with 8 points on the drive.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes that Alabama offense. This This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute great.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
To the air on first down. Gonna let it fly. Incomplete, and very lucky that one wasn't picked off. And man, could they have used that? It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll run play action. Bring in the heat. Oh, he's going to be brought down. A huge loss on the play. You know, the entire concept of the play action fake is to slow down the rush. Didn't work.
No, they didn't bite on it, which was great defense. They didn't bite on it. They knew it wasn't a run. Played pass, continued to get to the quarterback and get the quarterback on the ground.
Motion from the back. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. He's got it on the outside. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. The give and tick, 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 tick. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. Just moments ago, Alabama was feeling the shadow of its own goalpost, and now the Tide generating momentum. Fires to the tight end. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Holds and fires complete to the right. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They'll try to get the first through the air. They're working that left side. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. Alabama trying to convert this 4th down. Trying to get it to the marker. And he gets it inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9, where it'll be 1st and goal. Alabama pushing the tempo. How about that job to get down in the nick of time to avoid the big hit? Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Back to pass. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed. Racing to the right. He's at the 40. The 20. Touchdown LSU! The defense gets it done with that huge interception return.
Oh, they could not have come up with a bigger play at a more opportune time. The defense getting the interception and taking it back to the house right at a point in the game when it looked like the offense was maybe going to pad their lead and seal this one. All of a sudden, This game has gotten really interesting.
They still need a touchdown and two-point conversion to tie, and they'll go for the onside kick here in the fourth. The hands team out there to avert disaster, and so they do. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Starts a drive trying to go up top. Looking deep. Incomplete and very lucky that one wasn't picked off. Man, could they have used that? It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Contact in the neutral zone leads to that penalty. Good news for the offense. Defense really hurt itself with that penalty. Now it's 2nd and 5. He'll take another shot here. And it's caught for a touchdown, and that might do it.
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail, beat, coffin. Great execution by this offense to put this game away.
And they tacked on the extra point.
LSU, 49.
Coming out with it, it's Gossett. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. They think they can create space here with a run to the right. Breaks into the open. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down, make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Might as well give it to him again. Turns it on in midfield. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. The Tigers come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Powers, another broken tackle. They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, 2 really